Association. With a week to go until the start of training camp, there remains a $14 million gap in contract talks between restricted free agent Tristan Thompson and the Cavaliers, sources told our Brian Windhorst. Sources say the Cavs have held firm at an offer of 5 years and $80 million, while Thompson is looking for a max contract of $94 million over that same span. If no deal is reached by the end of the week, Thompson may sign the Cavs' one-year qualifying offer of $6.9 million to become an unrestricted free agent. So his agent, Rich Paul, told ESPN last month that if Thompson signs the one-year qualifier, he will not re-sign with the Cavs long-term in 2016. Stephen A., what's going on?
What's going on is this. Tristan Thompson is 24 years of age, played exceptionally well, come the playoffs, particularly the finals. He was a rebounding demon. And he has sat around while other folks have been taken care of. You've got a $14 million difference or so is being reported. You made sure Iman Shumpert got his 40+ million. You made sure to re-up Timothy Mozgov. Obviously, Kyrie Irving, as well as he should have even beforehand, got his $90 million. But more importantly, you gave Kevin Love $110 million. Now, you could have kept Kevin Love for less than that. You didn't have to go out and give Kevin Love questionable knees, questionable back, $110 to $113 million.
Why did you?
Nobody is arguing with the fact that you have to keep Kevin Love. You let go of Andrew Wiggins, who has a lot of promise and seems to be on the rise, and stardom seems to be in his future. But the flip side to it is that you didn't have to take care of Kevin Love the way you took care of Kevin Love. And so when you look at it from that perspective, you have to ask yourself, why is that? It's because promises were made to Kevin Love, and they were obviously being kept because he seems to be David Griffin's kind of guy, whatever that means. Me personally, I like David Griffin. I think he's done I think he's done a really good job as the general manager for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Not that fond of his owner, Dan Gilbert, but Dan Gilbert does cut the checks, and he's unapologetic about doing so, so I will give him credit for that. But I do believe that a legitimate argument could be made, and here's where the big picture lies. Tristan Thompson in this situation right now is not about Tristan Thompson. I think it's about the legacy of LeBron James in Cleveland. And here is why I say that. LeBron James' long-term deal comes up next year. He's due for that. No matter what max dollars he's getting for this upcoming season, what max dollars he got last season, they clearly still had enough money to take care of Tristan Thompson. You just got to pay more with the luxury tax, okay? You could have chipped a few dollars off of an Iman Shumpert or Kevin Love. You didn't do that. You could have treated J.R. Smith a little bit better, even though he was stupid to opt out of his deal to come back for less money. You know, that was bad advice. But when you look at it from the Tristan Thompson perspective, the kid is 24 years of age. He's a rebounding demon. He defends. His offensive skills continue to improve. The upside exists there. Plus, you have paid Love. You've played Shumpert. You've paid Mozgov. And on top of it all, you still paid Anderson Varejao, who is older now, who isn't healthy and whatever. To sit there and say that you can't find the money for Tristan Thompson, the reason why I bring up the legacy of a LeBron James, remember, in the 2006-2007 season, when the Cleveland Cavaliers ended up going to the NBA Finals against the San Antonio Spurs, what did you follow that up with in the years to follow? There was a Wally Zerbiak on the team, a Joe Smith on the team, you know, an over-the-hill, no disrespect whatsoever, because Stephen A. loves Big Ben Wallace, but Ben Wallace, after he was gone from the Detroit Pistons, that wasn't the same Benny Wallace that was in Cleveland. Shaq, you know that's my man, when he was all said and done, and he was on the verge of retiring. These are the kind of things that you're the Cleveland Cavaliers, and you have allowed to happen to LeBron, which precipitated his exit the first time around. So here you are now, you've got Kyrie Irving, all right? You got Tristan Thompson, and you are giving them problems? This is the kind of situation that LeBron points to. And I'm telling you right now, you heard it here first. I'm going to say it again. I warned the city of Cleveland, Ohio, back in 2007. Go look up the interview. They had me interviewed in Cleveland on the radio station in Cleveland, Ohio. And I said to them then, he's leaving. Do not doubt this. He's giving you 3 more years, and then after that, he's gone. And what happened 3 years later? I broke the story that he's going to South Beach and was crucified for 2 weeks until it came to be true. I am telling y'all again, LeBron did not promise to stay in Cleveland for the rest of his career. He promised that he was committed to coming back to delivering an NBA championship. Cleveland is one of the favorites this year. If they win this year and he's still having problems with this organization, don't be surprised if he leaves again. I'm not promising you he will leave. I'm telling you LeBron could end up leaving again because of the personnel moves you do make and you refuse to make. I said it before. I'm saying it again. Listen if you want to.
Okay, I'm not sure what all that had to do with Tristan Thompson.
It has everything to do with Tristan Thompson because he's not happy about the fact that they haven't taken care of Tristan Thompson. And then Rich Paul is saying that Tristan Thompson may leave after this year if he's forced to sign the 1-year tender.
So the point is that if they win a championship, he would leave. Right?
Right.
Okay, well, that would be a really good thing for Cleveland, right? I mean, that would be a big thing if they won a championship.
Well, they would win a championship, of course, because he's committed to delivering a championship back to the city of Cleveland.
Okay.
But if you're going to show an unwillingness to keep young horses in place, okay, and instead bring guys or sign guys to $110 million with questionable knees and questionable backs and stuff like that, you now have a problem that he doesn't want to stick around and deal with. So the Tristan Thompson thing is important because LeBron wants to keep that guy. People like yourself, me, and others in the NBA community see nothing but upside with this kid.
Oh, I love it.
And not only that,
he changed the way they played basketball.
You can't justify not paying him if you paid the other guys. Had you not paid them, that would be different. But to not pay him and to pay those other guys, you got a problem.
Okay, we're almost out of time, so we might have to save this for another day, but my issues are twofold with this salary structure here. I have no idea why you gave Kevin Love that much money. He's not worth that much money. I think that Tristan is worth $94 million and will be over the long haul. But I still can't, we probably don't have time to get into this. I don't know why LeBron would take the max. I keep telling you, Tim Duncan, coming off one of his best years ever, is making $5 million this year. LeBron's making 23. LeBron can make God knows how much money off the court. Why would he insist? I know it's a principle thing with the Players Association, that he's got to set the tone from the top. I get all that. But if you really want to win more rings, you take half that and make sure that Tristan, represented by your representative, is taken care of.
Last point on this matter. You can make that argument like you made against Kobe because you're talking about going outside to bring another player in, and your cap comes into consideration then. With LeBron and the Cleveland Cavaliers, that's not relevant because you're talking about keeping your own player. And because you're keeping your own player, it's just an issue of the luxury tax number, which is offset by the money LeBron brought into the organization by his return. So you can't use that.
Okay, but remember, San Antonio has the same issue with trying to keep a Kawhi Leonard, right?
Yes.
And they said, well, we can keep Kawhi because Tim has taken only $5 million this year.
Guys, I'm sorry, I got to cut you off, but we might be able to readdress this either or later today or further in the week because there's so much to get into. More First Take after the break. We'll be right back.